Hello, and welcome to Cooking with Quibbles. I am your cook, your chef of the day, Quibbles, and today I'll be teaching you how to feed a crowd. And when I say crowd, I mean thousands! And just with only 5 loaves and 2 fish. Watch and learn.
Oh, hello, Quibbles. What are you up to today?
Well, first on this cooking show, you take your fish.
Oh, I see. Chef Quibbles. I wonder what Mr. Quibbles is cooking today.
Now, I don't know about you, but I love Swedish fish! And so, today, wait for it, you have 5 loaves and 2 small fish!
Wow, look at those. Look at that. I can't wait to find out what Quibbles will do next. What are you going to do?
Well, I was gonna feed thousands of people with only 2 fish and 5 loaves of bread, but I'm starting to think that's impossible! I mean, I wonder how Jesus did it. What was his secret? Did he have a special ingredient? I mean, I'm just looking at the fish and the loaves and well, I can't feed a crowd with this!
You're right. You can't, but God can. Remember, Jesus was God, so he used God's power to feed all those thousands of people. This miracle proves that Jesus is from God, that he cares about the people, and that he has the power to do everything he promises.
So you mean Jesus not only showed his power to show the people that he is God, but to also shows that he takes care of his people?
He does. Let's go ahead and watch the Bible story video so we can learn more about this incredible miracle.
Oh yeah. Yo, let's watch it. Yeah.
Jesus' disciples had been hard at work. They had been healing people and teaching them. So many people came and went that the disciples did not even have time to eat. So Jesus said to them, "Come with me. Let's go to a quiet place where we can be alone and get some rest." Jesus and his disciples got into a boat to cross the Sea of Galilee, but many people saw them leaving. The people traveled by foot and they ran ahead of Jesus. When Jesus and his disciples got to the shore, the people were already there waiting for them. Jesus saw the crowd and he cared about them because they were like sheep who needed a shepherd. So Jesus taught the people many things about God's kingdom, and he healed people who were sick. By this time, it was late in the day. Jesus' disciples came to him and said, "We are out in the middle of nowhere, and it's getting late. Tell the people to go away so they can go to the farms and villages to buy themselves something to eat." But Jesus said, "They don't need to go away. You give them something to eat." Jesus' disciples were confused. "We can't feed this many people," they said. "It would cost a whole year's pay to buy enough bread for them to eat," Philip said. Jesus asked, "How many loaves of bread do you have? Go look." Jesus' disciple Andrew said, "A boy here has 5 loaves and 2 fish, but what good will that do for so many people?" Jesus told the disciples to instruct everyone to sit down. So all the people sat down in big groups on the grass. Jesus took the 5 loaves of bread and the 2 fish. He looked up to heaven, and then he blessed the bread. He broke it into pieces and gave it to the disciples. He also divided up the fish. The disciples passed out the food to the people, and everyone ate until they were full. Then Jesus told the disciples to collect any leftover food. The disciples collected 12 baskets full of pieces of bread and fish. Jesus fed about 5,000 men that day, plus women and children. By feeding the 5,000, Jesus provided for the physical needs of the crowd. The next day, Jesus called himself the bread of life. Only Jesus is able to satisfy our souls forever by providing forgiveness, peace with God, and eternal life.
Welcome to the question and answer show with Quibbles and Moss. I'm Quibbles.
And I'm Moss. Today, we are talking about a miracle.
But first, why were the crowds of people there in the first place? How come they were all with Jesus?
Well, actually, Jesus and his disciples crossed over to the Sea of Galilee to be all alone. The plan was for them to all rest up, relax. As an introvert, I think that is a great idea.
Well, it didn't work out the way the disciples planned, did it?
Nope. Instead of being alone and allowed to rest, thousands of hungry people were there. Do you know what the disciples wanted to do with the hungry crowd?
Feed them Swedish fish? No. I know. The disciples wanted to send the hungry people away to buy food for themselves.
But Jesus wanted to take care of their physical needs instead of sending them away. So he fed them, all of them. How many baskets full of leftovers did the disciples gather?
12! What a miracle! What does this story show about Jesus?
Jesus is compassionate. He cared so much about the people, he wouldn't send them away. He did take good care of them, but it wasn't just their physical needs that Jesus met. Jesus also met their spiritual needs too. Jesus called himself the bread of life.
Bread of life, huh? Why did Jesus call himself the bread of life?
Well, bread is very important, a necessity. Just like bread is needed and important for physical life, Jesus gives spiritual life because he died on the cross and made a way for us to be forgiven. Because of Jesus, we can have eternal life with God.
And that's way better than Swedish fish.
Jesus is the best. He loves us and takes care of our needs.